Hello, my most amazing artists. Today we are going to be creating a lion, and we're really just going to work on the mane today, and we're going to use the element of art line to create the mane. Now, you are going to have a small yellow piece and a large white piece, and your first step is going to be to glue the yellow piece right here in the middle of the white piece. So you're just going to eyeball this. It kind of looks like an egg, a square egg. Oh my goodness. And the reason we are going to create a lion is there is an old proverb that says, March comes in like a lion and out like a lamb. And I was thinking about that. And if you think about it, in March at the beginning, it's still winter. And so sometimes we're having cold weather. We're having a lot of rain right now. And so it's like a roaring lion. We never know what the weather is going to be. And then toward the end of March, we're getting into spring. And a lamb is kind of quiet and nice and gentle. So our weather may change throughout the month. So let's kind of do a science experiment and think about how the weather changes from the beginning of this month to the end. Okay, so what you're going to do is you are going to take your glue stick, the very first thing, and you are going to go back and forth, 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 back and forth. You can just see a little bit of purple. I'm going around the edges, and then I'm going to draw an X with my glue stick. So I have plenty of glue on my yellow paper. All right, I'm going to roll my glue stick down, put the cap on it, and then I'm going to take my yellow paper, and again, I'm just going to put it right in the middle. And it's okay if it's a little bit off, but look at it. You can take your paper and flip it over and massage the back to make sure it sticks really well. That's what I like to do. And then flip it over. Now, what we're going to do next is we are going to draw all kinds of lines. So we can draw straight lines, squiggly lines, dotted lines, zigzag lines, curved lines, diagonal lines, vertical lines, horizontal lines. There are lots of different types of lines. And I even have a place on my wall where there are lines, and I will show you that so that you can look at it for inspiration. And you are going to use, I don't know if I'll use much red, but I want to use some orange, some yellow, and some brown markers to draw my lines. So I'm just going to pick one, and I'm going to start drawing lines. So look, that's a curved line. I might turn my paper. There's a dotted line. We do a straight line. I think I'm going to do some horizontal lines. What else do I do? Let's see. Ooh, a zigzag line. I think I can do a looping line. And then I'm just going to kind of repeat those with my colors. So you notice I kind of went around, and now I'm going to get a different color, and I'm going to do some more lines. Look, there's like a double line. Let's see. Do some diagonal lines. Do another looping line. I really like that one. Maybe another zigzag line. So you can repeat your lines and do a straight line. Okay, I'm going to add some yellow. So I'm just kind of going around. This is going to be my mane, so I want a lot of lines. Now, I am going to add some water to make this look like watercolor paint. So what I want to do, I don't want to get too much, so I'm going to kind of wipe my brush off, and I'm just going to kind of pull out some of that color. And I want to still be able to see my lines, so I'm not going to pull it out too much, but look, I'm going to do all the browns first. And then I can rinse out my brush. Look at how it makes it look like watercolor. Oops, I forgot one. Then I'm going, oh my goodness, there's another brown. I just keep forgetting. I'm going to do all the browns, then I may go to a red. Let's see, I'm going to rinse out my brush because I don't want the brown into my red. And my brush it just needs to be damp, so it doesn't have to be soaking wet. That's why I'm not dipping my brush back into the water every time I go to another color. If it's not creating kind of a watercolor look, you can. All right, I'm going to rinse it out and go to the orange. I love this look. Okay, I am going to add a little bit more water. And I did that orange already. Oh, let me add a little bit more water. And now I am going to do the yellow, and then I'll be done, and I'm going to take this to the drying rack to dry. And next week, we are going to add a face. Our face is going to go here. We're going to use a black crayon. So when our paint is dry next week, we will be able to use a black crayon to add a few more details in a face, and it's going to look so awesome. So when you finish with this, you will be able to go to the carpet and play. Be sure that before you go to the carpet, the top is on your glue stick, your paintbrush is in your water container, your markers are put back in the marker box. I didn't bring the marker box over here with me to make this video, so just be sure those are in the marker box. And your table should look clean. Your art should be on the drying rack. And remember, we place our art sideways like this so that 4 pieces can fit. So 1, 2, 3, 4 can fit. So y'all show me that y'all can figure that out this week. Then you can go to the carpet and play. Also remember, when you go to the carpet, you should not dump the bucket of toys out because then it takes too long to clean up. So get the bucket out and just dig out what you want, but leave the Legos and the magnets all in the bucket except for the ones that you're playing with. You can get those out, but leave the extras in the bucket, please. All right, have fun!